We've arrived at the moment everyone has been waiting for, the pinnacle of the 2025 Queensland Murri Carnival. Across the state, Murris are gathering around their screens to witness the best of the best. 9 games played between them, but never against each other until now. It all comes down to this, the CQ Murri Binders facing the reigning back-to-back champions, the Mungindi Panthers, and I'm going to shoot down very quickly to Eddie Monet on the sideline. We've got a moment's silence. Eddie?
Yes, this is what it's all about, the coming together of these great teams that have played all carnival. And again, in the spirit of the game, communities have come together to celebrate this fantastic day as we go to a minute's silence.
Everyone smoking at the back of field 2 and 3, please stop. This is a smoke-free event. If anyone catches you smoking, you'll be asked to leave. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get the toss done and into the women's final.
Last both teams.
A clear example that the Queensland Murri Carnival transcends rugby league. It is all about culture, community and family. My name is Alex Durante. We've heard from Eddie Monet on the sideline, and of course in the commentary box with me, the legend herself, Bo de la Cruz. Bo, the stage is set and we are in for an absolute cracking game.
100%. We saw the CQ Murri Binda have a really amazing team this game this morning. But, you know, the lineup for them, you got Salim Mann. We've seen how good she's been out there on that right edge. Also, Shauna Barnum. She's been exceptional in the halves. But the one for me, I think, you know, sets it all up, steers the people around the park, the players around the park is Sarah Field. She's just been amazing. But like I said before, this forward pack is going to be hard to beat. They are the best, since what I've seen, the best forward pack in this tournament so far.
And speaking of, we've got the lineup of Mungindi Panthers. Obviously, there's a few names in there that are no stranger to the Queensland Murri Carnival. They are the 2-time and reigning premiers here, so obviously they are chasing down their third. We are moments away from kickoff, but let's talk about the journey that both teams had. Mungindi in their initial rounds had 3 wins against Walkabout Titters, SEQ Magic and Country Titters to get to the quarterfinals, where they defeated the Cherbourg Hornets, and of course this morning they played Walkabout Titters and they came out with a 2-point win. Now on the other side, of course, we have CQ Murri Binders with again 3 wins in their initial rounds. That was against Bruce Fisher Memorial, the Brisbane Blacks, and of course Cherbourg Hornets. They had a forfeit in the quarterfinals, which automatically sent them through to take on SEQ Magic. That was this morning. This morning they defeated it to, of course, meet Mungindi Panthers in what could be the biggest grand final we have seen to date.
100%. There's so many big names, so much experience within these two teams, and I think, you know, that's what's going to show at the end of this game is who wants it more.
Who wants it more? Well, we'll get started, and it wasn't a start that the Binders wanted, but I tell you what, that's all class from Chanel Lyons, the centre. She collected it straight from the kickoff, and if that's any warning of what's to come, we could be seeing early points now. Mungindi through the hands of Blocklock. Block goes 10 metres out. 25-minute halves in the grand final. We do have time stoppage for injury. Here she is, the big number 18, Tamika Duckett. She is no stranger to contact, absolutely loves it, and generally takes half of her opponent D-line with her. Shifting out to the left. Oh, it's one-on-one here. Can they stop her? That's Letitia Boney. Only just.
Great defence there by the Binda girls. Oh, beautiful pressure defence.
That's a huge defence, and I tell you what, Delaney Claridge, the number 18 for CQ Binders, was right in there. She was dominant in the semi-finals.
Both teams right now, they're not panicking. They're actually quite calm. You know, they know what they've got to do in terms of who's going to win up the middle, who's going to win the attacking and defensive game. I think the best defending team today will win the game.
Absolutely, and you've got to defend to be able to be awarded offense as well. So let's see a big set here.
And this is the thing, right? Both teams, you've got to earn the right to attack. So you've got to put the hard work in up through the middle, or whoever's bringing it out, whether it be outside backs or your middles. Get that penalty, get another one, and there we go.
Speaking of penalties, Bo, you're almost a bad luck sign for this Mungindi team.
Well, I know my footy, you know, so I'm not trying to be bad lucky, Bob.
No,
Sorry.
you're absolutely right, though. So they'll go for a touch, and there she is, the big number 18. So strong in defence, and now she has a crack at attack. That's Delaney.
Go one.
Delaney plays the ball. Of course, we've got Mara. Now, there are 3 Mara sisters out there. I've been confirmed that they are indeed sisters.
How did you not pick that up?
No,
before?
you never want to assume with Murray's, eh? Like, same name, I know, but
if
also...
they're not sisters, they're cousins.
That's it, but definitely relatives, and you can tell in their attacking and defensive sets as well. They absolutely are relatives. All right, Barnum, short side now. She might have found a gap. No, she'll be shut down. It's Simone Blocklook again, the number 10. Back inside towards the sticks, and Mungindi taking her to town. That was Shanoa.
Hold. Go last.
All right, here's the last one. Little scoot from field to Barnum.
Beautiful
Barnum
hands.
offloads it. Barnum
Oh, great cover
finds
defense.
Yorston still somehow going. Barnum scrambling, but Mungindi have
Back here over
Yep.
the top.
Got another
and
7.
earned themselves another set.
Yeah, I think they were calling that, what was he calling, a little bit high, that tackle, and I think the touch, he caught it quite late.
Exactly, that's you're
those
right,
are back
Bo.
in
That's
the
what
line,
I
yeah.
saw from up here. But look, that was a pretty desperate effort, I'd say,
When
from
you're ready.
Mungindi, but just as desperate from CQ Murray Binda. So another set here. This could be dangerous. That's Cara Benjamin.
So first setting good ball. They've just got to be patient,
Hold your
condition
hold.
this
Go one.
Mungindi team.
Oh, a little
Oh.
show and go from field. She's awfully close. She's lost the ball in there.
Knock on in.
And
Oh,
ref
Oh,
says
they
it's
called
a knock on.
Yep, they were all over her there. Great defence by the Mungindi Panthers.
That's that scramble effort, that desperation as
Wrong
well.
way.
5 minutes in, almost no points scored. And the crowd is only building. We'll go down to Eddie momentarily. I want to hear about the teams, the crowd, the supporters they have, but let's see what Mungindi can do. Speaking of doing, Mara just absolute drops Mungindi, but she bounces
Gets
out of
back
it.
up.
Kimberly Duncan again, but there she is again. Mara with the jersey
She's
sleeve.
turned up, hasn't she?
She absolutely has in every game too. Absolute asset. She is. And speaking of assets there, 5'8" in that number 6, Aliyah Hamono. She's a very, very high IQ player as well. We saw her in the semi-final. She's been integral. Very quick shootout from Marker. Nothing in it, says the ref. Get up and play. I can see a lot of Mungindi hands flying around. And there it is. That'll earn themselves a penalty. So not the penalty they were probably looking for.
We can't bring ill discipline into the game this early. They've got to just grind it out. See who's got the best, attack, who's got the best rucking game. They can't give away these silly early penalties. And she hasn't got it into touch. It's gone into the hands of Shauna Barnum.
That is someone
Is
you
that
don't
Shauna?
know.
They
It's
go together.
Oakley,
They
the
do.
number 5.
Oh, sorry, my
Do
bad.
they all look alike to you, Bo?
No, I can see
again,
that
that's
little bit
because
of
they're all deadly. That's
A
why.
little bit of blonde in the hair.
No, that's it. No, that was no, it was
Ryan,
Barnum, wasn't it? Hold
No,
on.
no, it was not number 5.
It was Oakley,
yes,
no.
Yeah.
There could be sisters out there as well. All right, big number 18. Delaney goes whack into Duckett. And somehow Duckett rolls out of it.
Her post-contact meters then was huge as well.
Left and right, they'll go with Mara. Mara darts back in, and again, Duckett goes bounce. But she's up and off.
I know. She's ended on the ground those last 2 tackles, but a lot I love about her, she's gotten up.
All right, speaking
Here
of getting
goes.
up, we could see
Here's the
some early
numbers.
points here. At the back to catch it, but fast, sharp ball out finds Yorston. She darts back in, but the defence from Mungindi too strong. They're going to need to work hard here. There will be absolutely no points put through, and it's tapped away. from Letitia, Boney, Boho. What a set.
Yeah, it was a good set by, they're just building that pressure, the CQ Murri Binders, and that's what you got to do in games like this. You got to see what they've got in defence. It was just a little bit unlucky that, you know, that they had a huge overlap out on that left edge and they just couldn't complete it. Just skills need to be sharpened up just that little bit, but they've got what they wanted and they've got a repeat set.
That's it. Speaking of sharp, let's go down to Eddie Monet on the sideline, who's almost parallel with the play.
You're spot on, ladies. I can tell you that. Mara just turned around, had a look at the girls and say, listen, girls, let's just settle it down. We'll run through our phases and we'll go from there. At this stage, they're in the trenches. They're in the trenches.
All right, speaking of in the trenches, Mara goes pow.
They've got some numbers out here. They've got some good shape out here to the right.
Fields trying to get the ball there. We've got Mungindi, yeah. Look, she's done her best there, and I don't think it was any intent from Mungindi.
No ill intent.
I'd be slow to get up to if Mara just whacked me to the floor, but here we go. Penalty earned, not what they needed, but of course it's Delaney. The big 18, Delaney. Will she find the line? She's close.
Oh, I think she's been held up.
I think she grounded it.
Wow.
She did, Delaney Claridge, the number 18 for CQ.
What about the leg
Binders.
drive? What about the leg drive? It was just huge from Delaney. Now she's going to be going for the conversion.
I love that when they convert their own try. We'll see it soon on the Deadly Choices replay. But Eddie, again, you are the man in the right spot to see the action.
You should have seen Delaney's face. It was incredible. But Mara came over and said, yep, excellent stuff, Bub. You got that try over the line. Now, let's settle things down and play control football. Again, that was pretty good on the sideline here, hearing the crowd get into it.
Here it is again. A prop try, beauty, if I do say so myself.
You love it, don't you, sis?
Oh, I love it. We weren't sure because she took half of the Mungindi Panthers with her. Such a scramble from them. But I tell you what, there is absolutely no stopping Delaney. And there it is, the Deadly Choices replay. Just found the ground, and can she convert her own try?
I'm backing her in.
Yeah, she can. Yeah. Absolutely, she can.
Can kick. Beautiful.
And
right over the black dot.
Oh, there it is. Bo Delacruz. We have got some points on in the women's grand final here, 2025. Murri Carnival, there she is. And one to add to the show reel, Bo.
Yeah, it was just a huge run by Delaney here. She just kept pumping those legs. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that had come in, and she was just so determined to get over that line. The white line fever, sister. Love to see it.
True God. And I think... No, I'm just looking if she's still out there. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised, but of course has earned the rest. And a favourable bounce, but Chanel Lyons has knocked that one forward.
She's been good, Chanel, with those chases on the kickoff. That's the second time we've seen her do that. Just unlucky to knock it on there and then. But, yeah, I think it's a really good tactic by the Mungindi Panthers off those kickoffs.
Because they've got the pace there. Their outside backs are exceptional, and I think what this is going to come down to is a bit of a forwards versus backs game like we've seen so far. But second time Chanel Lyons, I highly doubt it will be the last time we see her with the chase down from kickoff. She was so close there, but obviously the scrum will be fed in favour of the Binders, and Barnum with a beautiful little offload to Tani.
Tania Venus, what a run. She lifted those knees, just absolutely barnstorming run there. Beautiful ball by Shauna to
Barnum
Yorston.
to Yorston. That's a deadly combination. Yorston there making about 30 metres with two of Mungindi hanging on for dear life. Here we go, Barnum to a Venus.
She makes a lot of metres.
A Venus is an absolute metre eater. They've dropped her on the 20. Field picks it up, shifting towards the sticks from Ketchup. Mara now. Mara breaks through. Mara still going. Finds an offload to Mara. And
Mara to Mara. What a try. You know what I love? She just showed that inside, and that's why you've got to run in pairs. It's so, important to be able to do that stuff. She had one on the inside, one on the outside. She's just dummied inside, ran, and then give on the inside again to her sister. What a sister-to-sister try.
You know what? I will give a shout-out to the Maras, because this Deadly Choices replay is exactly that.
Shows
it's deadly.
Dummies. Keeps running the whole. When you show in like that, it just holds the defense up just that little bit for her to be able to break through, make that line break. She's cracked the line break. Beautiful offload back to her sister on the inside. They held. See, I love that she just held her up for that 1 second by throwing that dummy.
Oh, that makes me weak, eh?
Oh.
You watch that and it just makes you smile.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. I mean, look, it came from a bit of a muck-up from the kickoff for Mungindi, and this is where it's earned them and taken them to. So kick to come. Looks like Ketchup's on kicking duties right in front of the sticks, and that is successful. That will take CQ Murri Binda to a 12-point lead over Mungindi Panthers. And Eddie, you're just like in everywhere we need you. You saw obviously the first try from Delaney. What was Jante's reaction there over the try line?
Oh, I like that, the saying with Bo, Mara to Mara. I had to look again, so what do you mean Mara to Mara? And their sisters. So obviously, the hail from North Queensland, both Townsville girls, so it's good to see that mixture in there. And obviously, Bo, you've had a little bit to do with these girls and their development, so proper deadly to see.
Yes, it is good to see. And, you know, like they just breed them really well out of their Townsville little town, don't they?
I love FNQ and Central Queensland Murray's, you can tell. And I was having a chat with Lani, the CQ Murri Binda's manager, and she said a lot of these women have played in the Emu Park comp as well, Emu Park, which they won. So a big shout out to the 4710 Emu Park and all the Murrays watching in Rockhampton and throughout. So almost over the halfway mark is where they are. Lara George takes them to ground alongside Lucy Green. 12 points in it. That's 2 converted tries. At the back to Seriat. Seriat still going. Seriat looking for an offload, but Mungindi have done incredibly well there to take her to ground. Field, where will she go? Back inside. Speaking of Maras, there's the third one out there in the 24 jumper. A shout out to the Mara bloodline. God, they breed them strong. Field plays a short side. Barnum puts the chip over the top. The chase is on.
What a kick.
It's still in play. Barnum to Yorston.
Yorston's in. Did they play? The ref let it play on there?
It should have been a play on. It came.
Is he going to
call it?
It
should have been advantage. So.
Yes.
Yep.
He's
there
called it.
Is.
Wow. Just what about that little kick from, like, not only was the kick good, but the chase was, the pressure of that chase was even better, which allowed them to then knock on. Well, they didn't want to allow it, but, you know, it forced them to knock on, and then they've just regained the ball. Beautiful little pass. Look at that kick. For me, that feels strategic, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely
she's
is.
Purposely doing that for a reason.
She's isolating players out there by themselves as well. You've got runners left and right on your body, and here it is again. I mean, we are absolutely spoiled.
But look at the chase.
Here.
Look at the chase, sis. Look at the pressure in the chase. Like, everybody's chasing right there. No one's stopping until that ball's grounded. You know what I mean? So this is huge for the CQ Murri Binda.
It was Cara Benjamin too, that number 10. There they are now. But I tell you what, Eddie, you have been camped out on that CQ Murri Binda line, and now there's been 3 tries awarded.
No, Bo, you were absolutely right. They have done their homework and they watched the pre-games leading up to the grand final. So exactly, it's all about strategy now. But again, I've got to say the Mungindi side are just as clinical if they had opportunity in ball. So this is going to be a tough tussle.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, we always say the cardinal rule is possession equals points, and matter of fact is Mungindi just have not had possession in this game.
Yeah, and I think with that short kickoff too now, it's not going in their favour because the CQ team have obviously realised that they're doing it, so they're putting someone just a little bit forward, just behind that 10. So I think what they got to do now is go long and just start defending hard, and that's what they've done.
All right, speaking of hard, I love this. Field will take it on herself. She is no stranger to the contact, obviously coached by her dad, who's done a tremendous job as well to get them here. Scoot straight from dummy half for Hyatt.
Yeah, they have. You know, Jace with the Emu Park girls in the previous years, like, he's just been phenomenal in just persisting around women's footy. Oh, and they've just made an error, unlucky to play the ball. Like I said, he's just been persistent around women's footy because he knows how good it actually is. So, you know, we're seeing the result of it with this team now, but definitely with the result of how good his daughter is.
And the beauty of Murri Carnival as well, I mean, while we watch the deadly choices, is the expansion of the game and the expansion of just the talent on display. And Murri Carnival has that rare opportunity where we can really see our black women from across the state just come and display. And I truly hope that we've got BMD clubs, NRLW clubs watching, because this is the future.
Sis, the one thing about this is, like, oh, here we go. She's got some wheels on her, the number 25 from Mungindi.
That's Kimberly Duncan. Duncan over the top, but it came off a beautiful little combination between Terry-Ann Kelly and Homono in the 6. We thought they'd be deadly, and they certainly are.
Oh.
Here's Lara George. That's some strong contact. CQ Murri Binders haven't had to defend too much in this half, but that was a huge bit of contact on Lara George, the 21.
Yeah, I think that got right in under her rib cage nearly. Oh, yeah, it didn't look like it was. It looked like it hurt. But she was very brave there, taking that. Oh, might have been a couple of things under the ribs, a bit of a head knock. Yeah, whoever that was in the tackle with her. Was it Sarah Field?
Yeah, Bo, from the sideline, it looked like the head knock was the catalyst for that. And I've got to say, these are very, very tough women. The conditions are quite hot out here, and for that to happen and occur, for them to get up, is that just testimony to the game.
Just talking about that toughness, I was saying before this had happened, like, there are so many NRLW girls that have said to me that going and playing Murri Carnival knockout is so much more tougher than what it is at the NRLW level.
And
which is saying something.
This is the 5th game for a lot of these girls. They've played a lot of them have played 50-minute full games as well. And look, there was one of the CQ Binders caught up in that as well.
Lakila Hyatt. Yes.
So, look, we've seen both of them make an exit. Lara George has walked off, and it looks like she is doing better
some of that magic water, hey?
Once thought. But we'll definitely have to get an update on Lakila. She's being escorted off the field, and of course time stops in the grand final, so as soon as those players exit, the time will restart, but of course only 25-minute halves. But look, this is the best position that Mungindi have been in. They should have about 3 left. And here we go. Mungindi, 10 out, little ball underneath, finds Letitia Boney, doing absolutely everything she can to hold on to it. Boney plays the ball outside the back now. Homono, the 5'8", the young gun. She has been instrumental in the Mungindi Panthers campaign. Plays the ball very quick. They'll play the short side now. It's with Terry-Ann. Terry-Ann with a beautiful cutout pass finds Kimberly Duncan.
Beautiful little passage of play. They were very patient there, the Mungindi Panthers girls. They didn't try and overplay their hand. They were just playing simple catch-pass footy. And, yeah, one of the most experienced ones out there, Terry-Ann Kelly, I was going to call her Terry-Ann Kane, to, seal that with a beautiful long ball to the winger.
And just from the sideline here, I can tell you that the passage of play on that far right-hand side was fast and furious. Through the hands, very, very soft hands. It is quite breezy down on the ground here, but for them to be able to get over the line for that try was exceptional skills.
How good's that? And you've spoken literally to the Deadly Choices replay on the screen. I don't know what kind of black magic you got down there, Eddie, or if you can see our screen as well, but you're absolutely right. It was hard, it was fast, but all through the hands. And, of course, it came through the veteran of Terry-Ann, 2 premierships under her belt. She actually coached the Mungindi Panthers to victory over the Natives in 2023, which was the upset of the year.
Yeah, yep.
And then she only returned to play last year. So huge effort and certainly a player to watch and a huge asset to the Mungindi Panthers. So that was conversion unsuccessful, but here they come. They're coming back. We've seen it before. Here's the Deadly Choices replay. We were just giving her a big rap, but Terry and Kelly, it was actually Kimberly Duncan who went around that right edge and put first points on for Mungindi. So here we are. There is 12 points. That's 2 converted tries in it. If we know anything, it's that Mungindi will work under duress. We saw it in the semi-finals. They were losing against Walkabout Titters for very long, but it was Daisy Gordon who put them over the line, and the 2 extras, it was literally a 2-point lead that got them into the grand final.
And it was right under that post, you know, that's where you needed to make the kick a lot easier.
Awesome, here we go. Mungindi with some beautiful space. It was Chanel Amone who got us started. And for the last 5 minutes, it has been all Mungindi ball.
And they've got enough experience to know that they have to earn the right to get down there and attack, you know, quick play the balls, running in twos. Like, it's a lot of these girls play footy week in, week out during the season, so they know the small little tactic things that'll help them get up that field especially.
So Mungindi Panthers numbers left and right. Another combination. Terry Ann. There she is, so she'll go down. That was a huge play.
Big tackle. That was big contact. They basically picked her up and threw her just then.
Absolutely. This is when you see some of the biggest tackles across the carnival is in the grand final. So Ketchup was there to collect. And now Mungindi back on the defensive, which is what they have been and where they have been for a lot of this game.
That was a really good completion by Mungindi. They got them back down there where they wanted them. The beautiful big kick. I think that's one of their first completions of the game so far.
First, but I'm sure the first of many. We've seen Mungindi. Here's Yorston now. Scoot from dummy. Is she off? She beats one. She's got Gordon to go, but no, Gordon will stop her. She's about 5 out from halfway. Back inside. Mara's there. Mara takes half of Mungindi with her. She finds a late offload to Barnum. Barnum, show and go, looking for an offload, but she's wrapped up by Mungindi.
This is where we spoke about it the other day. The likes of Sully Mam and, you know, those fast little ones that are at a full back and in the centres need to get around Larish Mara. She's always got an offload and she's always looking for one.
So that was Mara with the first. Now it's Lilyfield from dummy, finds Barnum. Barnum with a beautiful cutout pass, finds Brown. Brown in the corner.
Great defence by Alyssa Davis there. She wasn't letting her go around her.
Alyssa Davis, we saw her injured in the semi-final, so it is so good to see her back because she is lethal for Mungindi.
Yeah, she got injured in that last game, didn't she? And we thought she might have been out for this game. The same with Major Booth. We thought she might have been out, but they're both back fighting fit, which is good to see.
It's probably a mix of just being stubborn and sore, but obviously this is a game that you do not want to miss.
Oh, he's called a knock on there.
That's a huge one there.
Yep.
That was just absolute brute force from CQ Murri Binders knocking that ball loose.
Yeah, those two, you know, first 3 tackles, when you get it off of a brand new set, you don't even look to offload. It's just not, it's a non-negotiable. If I was coaching this team now, I'd be like, you know, take our 3 hit-ups. It's a non-negotiable. Don't even look for an offload.
So here we are. With the scrum, this could be the last set, less than 2 minutes to go.
We've got Larish Mara set up on this right edge here. Let's see if they're going to, yes, they'll deliver the ball to her to make a big run. She's such a strong runner. Good defence.
I love that. Mungindi have wrapped her up. They've seen Mara coming field. Shoots back across to Barnum.
Oh, they got numbers there.
And they find their other big prop, the number 18.
She slammed it down.
Yes,
she has.
Delaney Claridge goes over for her second.
See, when you got people like Shauna Barnum that's setting it all up, knowing, you know, she's not just setting it up, she's actually looking about, like, who's in front of them. Is there a mismatch there? Am I going to go here? Am I, you know, so she's everything she does is purposeful. It's very, very deliberate.
I love that. Look at that, Barnum taken out in the back, but it really won't matter because that was all Delaney in that pass. Here it is again, the deadly choices replay. But I tell you what, their spine to me and their outside backs, like, it is a well-oiled machine. And I was talking to Lani, she was saying a lot of them play club together.
Yep.
And you can tell, you can absolutely see that they do.
100%. And then the girls that are coming in are quite experienced as well. So, you know, like I said, the likes of Shauna Barnum, like, she's been playing at North Devils. She's got some really good experience behind her, as well as she's just a deadly player. And when she gets to play rugby league like this, like when she's with her mob, you know, it's eyes up footy, this is where she absolutely shines.
Girls, there's certainly a lot of chatter on the sideline here about that, exactly that, Bar, you mentioned a minute ago, pushing the passes. There's no need to push the pass. If there's a play on, we'll play the play, but not to push the pass. It's all about protecting the integrity of the ball.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Eddie, thank you for that analysis there. And of course, Delaney in front of the sticks had no issues there with a successful conversion. Here it is again, the deadly choices replay.
I love the angles. I love the new angles. Yeah, beautiful little X. And then just a Y. Delaney still had a lot of work to do to get to that line, but just her leg drive. Somebody's got to stop her legs. That's what's killing this Mungindi team right now, with the forwards just too big and strong up top. Somebody's got to come in and chop the legs.
Well, after 9 games between them, that could have been the toughest 25 minutes that each team have played. CQ Murri Binders too strong in that first half, leading the Mungindi Panthers 22 points to 4. There is Shauna Barnum. They are going off for a very well-deserved break. And please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more action coming up in the second half. And a warm welcome back. Well, the opening half of the women's grand final belonged entirely to the CQ Murri Binders, who proved far too strong early on. Yet history tells us never to underestimate the Mungindi Panthers, a team renowned for clawing their way back in the game. Now, of course, we will see some deadly choices replays. We'll get an update on halftime from Eddie Monet on the sideline. I'm sure he's been to both camps. He's been doing an exceptional job for us, Sissy Bo. But here it is, the deadly choices replay, and deadly is exactly what it is. There goes Yorston again. Like, Yorston, just another thing to add to her resume. Yeah, the CQ Murri Binders have been quite clinical in what they're doing, and they're not getting caught up in anything else, but they're just putting their heads down and playing the game, and you know, doing all the simple things. This game is very simple, and when you've got people like Shauna Barnum there that can just take advantage of anything that gets thrown her, and she adapts to any type of defense, they're very hard to stop. But in saying that, like we said, historically we've seen what Mungindi can do. They have finals campaign experience. They've got, you know, so many girls in there that have women, I should say, that have been in this position and many times, so I'm never going to write them off. Oh, it's like me, it's like on Over the Black Dot, the boys all wrote off the Panthers, and I said to them, I said, do not write the Panthers off in round 4, and look where they are today. So yes, sometimes I think I know what I'm talking about. Well, let's go to someone who absolutely knows what they're talking about. I can see Eddie Monet on the sideline. And Eddie, what was half-time like in both camps?
The chat in both camps have been pretty on point. So one, I want to stay true to their structure. I want to make sure that they maintain their structure. What was key and clinical in both camps, 25 minutes, that's all they've got. So everything that they're trained to leading up to this point in time, they need to leave it on the field. And I think we're going to see a very, very different both sides leading into the second half, and good luck to the teams.
Good luck to the teams indeed. Thank you very much, Eddie. 25 minutes, Bo, that's all it is. That's all they've got to prove themselves. Will Mungindi Panthers walk away with their 3rd consecutive grand final win, or will CQ Murri Binders, who haven't been in the comp since 2018, return and upset the premiership winners?
Yeah, look, I just want to give a big shout out to the brother boy watching us from Victoria, from Melbourne, Michael Graham. He loves our commentary, sis. Thanks, thanks, Michael. Thanks, Junior. He watches every single year. He used to be a part of the Deadly Choices team up here, but still loves his rugby league. But he's AFL hand on heart, that's for sure.
Okay, you're going to need to block that number, Bo. This is all
He supports
Murri
us,
Rugby
Steve. He
League.
supports us, so that's a good thing.
Don't say the A word on the broadcast. No, but yeah, big shout out. I know that the viewership always goes up at grand final, and I know that there's so many Murrays tuning in, watching from all
what a kick!
places
What
across
a start to the
Queensland.
game!
And as I
Sorry, to
say
the half.
that, no. Why wouldn't you be tuning in? All right, watch viewership go up right now, Bo. Off the kickoff too. We've mentioned cardinal rules. Here's another one. Don't let the ball bounce.
Do not let the ball bounce, especially off of a boot like Delaney. She's got an amazing kick, and she sent that flying, that ball, so it was pretty awesome.
Awesome it was. So they'll pack the scrum, and I tell you what, this would be absolute warning shots if CQ Murri Binda were to score this early on in the second half. Catch up out of the scrum, the fullback, the number one. Tashina goes down. They didn't make too many metres there. Some strong defence from Mungindi. Here she is, Mara. If you're going to send someone in, it's certainly going to be one of the Mara sisters. Quick play the ball to field. But even quicker from marker is Narika Johnson. And too quick it was. Marker's not square. So a penalty that wasn't needed, but will she get a hat-trick? She'll certainly try. They'll send in Delaney. Exceptional at doing her job, and underneath finds Mara. Mara pumping those legs, looking for an offload. The Panthers have wrapped her on the try line. This has been a huge couple of minutes. On the second half here, they've sent in their forwards. Will they shift it? No, they'll send it back to Mara.
Yeah, they've got to be patient here. Remember, they've got a condition. Mungindi are a very good defensive team, so they've got to make them think that they're doing one thing and then they do the other. Just like that there.
Barnum out on that wing. You know what? She's been a little bit quiet, I would say. Saria Cacao. I'm not sure if she's been on for the full game. But here she is now in the 7. So they'll play the ball. They're so close to line there. Mara now darts in. I thought she was going to kick. Mara somehow finds
great defence.
The 5'8" for Mungindi. She was sniffing around.
Great defence there by Mungindi. They didn't panic, which is what you can't do when you're on the line. You just got to get up straight, you know, check and slide. And they've just lost it. So this is the thing. I don't understand why they're trying to go wide. It was only the second tackle. Like, keep it simple. Hit it up the middle. Earn the right to attack.
They've got huge forwards, though. They can afford to go straight up the middle. But you know what I love? And we sort of spoke about this in the semi-final as well, was the inclusion and the introduction of Terry Ann into that, and she's just come back on the field. It's like they almost need that authoritative figure or just someone with that little bit of experience driving them around. But Eddie Monet, I can see you down there on the sideline. What have you got for us?
Just a medic update. Number 18, Tamika Duckett, is coming off with some ribs complaints, so she's interchanged that. So in that last passage to play, she carried that injury to defend the line.
Oh, and speaking of defending the line, Mungindi have done an exceptional job there.
Double movement.
Double movement indeed from Mara. And disappointing though, we were speaking about the strong forward pack that Mungindi have, and that might be why they are shifting out, is because Tamika Duckett has gone off with injury. Yeah,
100%. And we saw her in the first half take a couple of big hits, but she still got back up. But at some stage, something's just got to give. And I'm really disappointed that she's not able to finish this game out.
No, absolutely. She's been incredible, and like, our thoughts go out to her. Look, whether she makes it a return, that would be pure stubbornness, but again, she's been solid across the carnival. Speaking of solid, here we go now. Mara from absolutely nowhere sideswipes one of the Mungindi wingers. Back inside now, it's with the 5'8". She's a little weapon. She beats one.
She had her lined up from the centre of the field all the way over. But the one thing you can never, if that was Chanel, was that Chanel Lyons? No, that was number 25. Kimberly Duncan. She's tough.
I was that close to that my spirit left me and then jumped back in again.
Uncle, my spirit's still not with me. That was absolute insanity. When Mara puts a shot on, she will absolutely complete it. But that was too much that the other Mara sister did. So here we go. Field absolutely aggressive in defence of Lara George.
It's just the defence of these girls is just phenomenal. Like, they're just getting up, putting shots on, but they're sticking. Beautiful footwork by Terry Ann Kelly here.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a bit
we spoke
high.
about her. It was high indeed, and that'll be a penalty.
Yeah.
I love that, though. Did you see that just between the girls? She said, I'm sorry, it was nothing in it. And that's what the beauty of this carnival. That is what, in essence, this Murri Carnival is about. It's about playing with and against your sisters. Yep. But I love that show of sportsmanship.
Oh.
Big collision in the middle.
Huge contact.
This is turning into a very physical game. 19 minutes on the clock. Mungindi scoots straight from dummy half, and Delaney pulls her back.
Tania Venus has been huge in this starting 5 minutes of this game. She's just absolutely everywhere, and they've got some beautiful
and
hands.
Speaking of absolutely everywhere, Lyons will go over.
What a try by Chanel Lyons. She's stuck there. She got stuck, but she absolutely kept pumping her legs to get over. This is the stuff. This is what I mean. You cannot ride these girls off. Yes, they might be down on the scoreboard, but they won't be down in their spirit, and they're going to come out 110%.
And there was a huge hit on Tanea Hinch, the halfback, which we will come back to later, but deadly choices replay. Bo, here it is.
Yeah, she's taken the ball. It was a bit of a hit, but I didn't see any malice in it. But that run from Chanel Lyons was just phenomenal. We'll see it again here. It was a bit of a hit. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It was light, but she had already committed. It wasn't a thing. I think she's honestly just fallen awkwardly. I don't think it was an outcome of the impact. I think it's just been a very unfortunate fall. And look, she's returned to her feet. So I think, probably just had the wind knocked out of her a little bit, and why wouldn't you? But I tell you what, 22 points to 8 now. There it is. Mungindi Panthers, 2-time premiership winners. Eddie, how momentum can change just like that.
Yeah, definitely Hinch and Hamona are the two that I'll be looking for now. Coming into the later end of the second half, they're the two that'll drive the traffic. They're the two that'll be looking at the fringe players, but also redirecting their forwards to run in the middle.
All right, so she lines up. Extras are critical here. It's a good punt, but it'll be waved away. Conversion unsuccessful, meaning CQ Murri Binders will remain with a 22-8 lead over Mungindi Panthers. But Chanel Lyons, this was so well deserved from her. She had a couple of shots off the kickoff, wasn't there, but we really started to see her speed. We knew something was coming, and that is the something that has come.
That's what they got to keep going to her. Like, they've got to work, earn the right to get up the field first, get your forwards, outside backs getting you up there. That left side seems to be the one that's, the strongest out of all of them. You'll see Terry Ann Kelly, she'll skip across to that left side, trying to link up with Chanel Lyons. So I reckon they've just got to keep hammering that middle and then shift it out to that left edge.
So Delaney with kicking duties to get us started.
It's a very big space right in there.
Over 15 minutes, and Delaney can see it as well. A beautiful bounce, though. That's the player Eddie was speaking about in Homono. But here's another one to watch. I mean, Lara George in the 21. She just absolutely rolls out of everything. She's taken some huge hit-ups for her team. Speaking of hit-ups, here is another one through Kayla Fleming.
And I really like what Mungindi have done there. They learnt their lesson from that last kickoff where they let it bounce and then go over into touch. So, they had everyone surrounding that space so then they can run onto it, which is a really good tactic to have.
Exactly, and that's sort of the big thing about Murri Carnival, or carnivals in general, is the ability to adapt very quickly. And here she is, the number 5, who we spoke about earlier, has lost the ball. And that was Alyssa Davis, but I tell you what,
she's got some wheels, eh?
She's got wheels. If she was off, there would have been no stopping her. I don't think anyone. I mean, CQ Murri Binders are quick, But I think Alyssa Davis might be quicker. I'd love to see a foot race between her and Tanea Yorston. They'd be the two that I'd put next to each other. Yeah, you can see that they have changed their game plan up. They are shifting to the edges early just because they are down on a couple of troops within the middle third. But, yeah, it's actually working for them at the moment. So if I was them, that's where I'd be going nearly every time is down that left edge. Huge hits on the middle. Murri Binders through Delaney. I think they've taken Sarah Field off for a bit of a breather at the moment. Oh, a rare mistake from Mara. Yes. I think the pass needed to just be a little bit softer. She was only a couple of metres away from her. And this is where this Mungindi team can absolutely turn the game on its head. And that's what we've seen in a lot of games they've played. Obviously, they had a very dominant few rounds on day 1 and 2, but we saw it this morning. I mean, both teams played earlier today, so this is game 4 and game 5 for both. But Mungindi Panthers literally within the last couple of minutes earned themselves a ticket to the grand final. Yeah, just didn't go through the second roller's leg there. So take 2. There it is, a beautiful scrum. Beautiful pass. Here she is, the 5'8". Here's another one. The space is there. She's off now. Great tackle. Nanu earns a penalty on her from Ellis. Sorry, from Brown it was. They've got their discipline. They've got to get a bit more discipline here, this CQ Murri Binda team, to stay in the game. They're up again. Sorry, I'm losing They're up 14 points, so they've just got to hold that. Bo, you might have just heard me go, it's because Duckett's back on, and I saw she was in that run. Fantastic. That's why I was so excited to see that Duckett has made an appearance. I love this. I reckon she is stubborn, and that's probably why she's like, ribs, who needs them? All right, Mungindi in some good space. Mara over the top. You can never discredit Mungindi Panthers. They've been in this position twice. There she is. Daisy Gordon. Gordon wrapped. They've got numbers. Oh, no, they got out there. Desperation is what it is for both teams now. The scramble is there. Comes back to Gordon. Gordon dummies and Gordon will go over. This is what I'm telling you. These girls know how to win games. And when they're desperate like they are to get 14 points on the board, they'll look to their experience. She's just been so consistent these last couple of years, Daisy. She's just an amazing player. She's one of my favourite players to watch. She's everywhere. She's not flash, but she looks for the space. It's very, like, her footy IQ is just on point. And it was her try as well that got them into this grand final as well. It was almost in exactly the same place. But I'll tell you what, Eddie, you're almost camped out on that try line because each way it's been one-way traffic in each half and you're generally in the position. So I'm not sure if you've got some sort of black magic magnet down there. But how did you see that try? Funnily enough, she actually paused for a little bit and broke that little bit of a play, which kind of put the opposing team on the back foot. And then she accelerated. The gap opened and she's quite tall and quite strong. She was unstoppable from that close to the try line. Well, it's smart play by them too, you know, like when they're tired forwards, that's where you need your little flary, steppy players to get in there and get around these forwards that can't move laterally just because they're a bit tired, that bit more tired. So, you know, it's really, really smart of them. If they're going to keep doing that, this is where they're probably going to score most of their points. But right now, I wouldn't be writing the Mungindi Panthers off. 12 minutes to go in the grand final here. After a sensational try, a bit of individual brilliance there from Gordon to put it straight under the sticks. And we are away, an awkward bounce, but of course Kimberly Duncan is there. Duncan versus Yorston. There are no winners there. Yorston again, she's going for the one-on-one on Terry Ann. Terry Ann's done very well with ball security, and these markers are quick, but Mungindi are quicker right now. They've got to get over there. They've got to protect. When they're taking them wide, right, the CQ Murri Binders have got to tie in. They'll shift wide and then they'll bring somebody back under, and those gaps are opening up big time. They've got the CQ Murri Binders really need to tie in right here. Out to Hinch, beautiful little open. But Binda's, like you said, they're able to do very well here. Few post-contact meters. Barnum trying to lift the leg and put Amoni to ground. So she'll play the ball there. They'll play the short side. There's the try scorer, Gordon. Gordon, ball comes loose. It's gone out the back.
Oh, first knock on to Mungindi,
yes, and I think it came off the hands of Gordon. So ball back to CQ Murri Binders. There she is there, but again, like the athleticism of her, we've seen her for many years here at the Murri Carnival, and she's just been an absolute asset wherever she plays. So this is where it starts to get interesting. There is 10 minutes to go. There's 8 points in it. And as I say that, the ball has come loose. So it'll be Mungindi.
And this is where the pressure starts to build. This is what they do to you, Mungindi Panthers. They start building pressure. They're not worried about points. They'll build the pressure. And when it comes to the time, they'll pull the trigger.
I can see them out the back. Homono. And, of course, Terry-Ann darting to that right side. They'll play the short side, though, through Hinch. Hinch out the side to Davis. Some desperate scrambling from CQ. Back inside now. That's a beautiful line from Shanoa.
Back to me here. Keep coming.
They've been more on the defensive than I'm sure they would have liked. Short side now. Heartbreaking for Hinch. Trying to catch that, but unable to. Bo, it has been error after error right now.
Yeah.
They've really just been camped down this end of the field.
Yeah, 100%. It was just unlucky that ball came out of the hands wrong of Zapantis and just couldn't get there to the likes of Hinch. She's so dangerous at the moment, and we need to get her some good, clean ball.
And there it is, the den of Mungindi we can see. And look, Eddie Monet, you're probably the closest here. Can you sense anything from either camp?
Very nervous. A lot of instructions going to and forth at the moment, but at the stage, what the trainer's basically saying to me is that it's all about making sure that the forwards maintain their consistent pattern of running and let the holes become available by getting their fringe runners into those gaps.
Absolutely. That's exactly what Bo and I were thinking, so it's great to have that confirmed. Eddie, and here we go. We've got one of the CQ Binders down in back play. I think it's it's not Major Booth. It's Benjamin there. So she's back up, which is great. Couple of interchanges now for Mungindi. Some fresh legs. That was Yorston. Big Fend in the middle.
Great defence by the number 9 for Mungindi. Kayla Fleming.
Field at the back of the rack. She offloads to Mara. That's a desperate attempt. 3 of Mungindi Panthers are needed to get Larish down. She'll play it on halfway to Ketchup. Ketchup comes in to kicking duties. It's a tricky one to catch, but of course Davis collects it beautifully. Now here we go. This is the closest look CQ Binders have been towards their own try line in a very long time.
Yes.
So a very big defensive effort is needed here, but if we can see those solid lines from the forward pack, gaps will start to open up. But of course, here she is, Daisy Gordon getting in on the action. The clock is ticking down. Hinch finds an opening there. Beautiful little pass to Boney. Boney pushed back though. A Venus again, the 21 from CQ Binders.
Beautiful line.
There we go. We were speaking of lines. And that was a line directly into Mara.
You do not want to. But that's the thing. She's got to also have a look at whoever had the ball. That's just a bit of a hospital pass.
That's a hospital pass. But after that, I'm surprised she's not in hospital. Larish Mara, my God. So that was Yorston too. Change over there.
I think that's how Castle Hill was created, I think, just quietly.
Oh, my God. She's still on the field, though. That's the amazing thing.
Just awesome effort to get back up after that hit from Larish Mara.
Speaking of hit-ups, of course, here comes Delaney. 2 tries to the name just in this grand final.
Yep.
LaRouche out the back, getting some well-earned water. Here comes Hyatt.
And this is Murri Rugby League for you. There's hits, there's chip and chases, there's long balls, there's dummies, there's everything about it.
40-20
by Kira Kelly. Like, it's all happening here.
All happening here.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can watch it for free on the app, my God.
Yes. Just a bit of discipline here by the Mungindi Panthers.
Just over 5 minutes to go. I can see Field with ball in hand. All right, who have you got, Bo? Who's taking the first tap?
Definitely Delaney. I think she'll be...
Oh, no, it's Mara again. Of course it is. And Mara with an offload.
What a run by Venus. She's been phenomenal.
I tell you what, though.
She's got that height as well as the build, so they're quite hard, like, frames to tackle.
Huge. Here she is.
Delaney.
We suggested Delaney might be looking for her third tackle, and I can see her about 10 metres out sniffing for it. Less than 5 minutes to go. There's 8 points in it. There she is, Venus.
The Mungindi Panthers need to get off the line here. They can't afford to camp on their line.
Huge defensive set. Field finds Mara. Mara, Daisy Gordon in there leading the pack.
Great defence by Daisy Gordon.
Huge defence from the fullback. This is what they need. Out the back now. A little bit of a show and go. Will she go all the way?
She's in.
She's bounced off about 3 of Mungindi, but of course it's Daisy Gordon again.
No, she scored it. Oh, Daisy came in. I thought she had her held up, and they've just gone over. They did build the pressure. The pressure was on, especially down this little left edge here. I thought they were going to go right. They big dummy out to Shauna Barney.
I'm with you,
I'm tired.
Amara Shillingsworth, the number 17.
Shauna.
She has darted towards the sticks. No, she's come back and found her way. But Daisy Gordon, the scramble effort there.
She's one of the best, you know.
Yeah,
she
is.
She knows how to read it. She was just so unlucky. Not to have got, and Hormono, not to have gotten her hand under the ball there. Just so unlucky.
But look, we're pretty lucky with these camera angles because you can clearly see that one was a try. But I mean, Eddie, you're in the best vantage point of everyone.
Daisy Gordon, she had to work hard for that. But I tell you what, there's not much of her, but her leg strength and her commitment and wanting to win this grand final was always across her. And making that line amongst all adversity was incredible. Well done to her, and that was a tough try.
Indeed it was. Here we go now. Delaney with a couple of extras.
We know she can kick them.
Oh, look, it's shot to the left, but it had the kick behind it. And look, 26-14, but Bo Dela Cruz, here it is again, the deadly choices replay.
Yeah, just that big dummy by the number 17 for Murri Binders in Shillingsworth. She dummied me, sis, it was that big. I thought she was going out to the right edge to Shauna Barnum, but yeah, beautiful little step off her right, back in. She still had a lot of work to do. Yep. You know, she got bumped off a couple of times, but yeah, just an awesome individual try by Shillingsworth there.
All right, what will they do if you're in the position of Mungindi, Bo?
Yeah, look, once again, experience is always going to come to the forefront. We want to be getting out the likes of, you know, Daisy Gordon. And I feel for her because I feel like we haven't stopped talking about her because she is one of those players that you always look to. But, you know, obviously Terry-Ann Kelly, the likes of Lyons out on that left edge, but also Hinch as well. They've really got to start stepping up. We've seen Duncan have a really good couple of runs.
Duncan in the 25.
So, you know, they might have to come out to this right edge at the moment because they haven't put this right edge under a lot of pressure.
And pressure is needed. The clock ticks down. There's just over a minute now. Barnum with a beautiful pass.
Major Booth.
Underneath to Major Booth.
Somebody go to her legs. They're letting her run because of her leg drive.
It's them ankles, sis. It's them Murri ankles for Major Booth.
Somebody's got to chop the legs.
All right, short side. It's with Barnum. Barnum out the side to Cacao. She's close.
Up there together.
Beautiful one-on-one tackle from Hinch.
She'll go back down the short side. Barnum here.
Oh,
here's
Mara.
Oh, I think they've got this game.
I think it might be
sealed up.
Game, set, match here. Of course, there's 1 minute left, but how the CQ Murri Binders have started and finished, and deadly choices replay, Bo.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful short side play by Shauna. She just can see that there were so many people stuck in on that left side. She's picked up, gone right, and, the marker work just needed to be there. But, I've got to give it to Lyons. She's worked her butt off this game, and I can understand when it's a bit deflating and you're tired. It just doesn't help the cause. But, in saying that, taking nothing away from Shauna, and she identified that they were short down that left edge, and just took the reins and went with it.
I mean, Eddie Monet on the sideline, the clock ticks down, and it's almost guaranteed that the CQ Murri Binders walk away with the win.
Yeah, and again, that was just a classic example of just going through the hands. It's very, very basic football for a grand final, where it was very, very simple play and just letting the ball, do all the talking. But Mara, I tell you what, this girl is just next level, and it's good that she's part of our carnival, and she's representing her people in a mob from up north.
Going to need confirmation of which Mara you're referring to.
The try scorer.
All the above. All the above.
They're literally all of them, all three of them playing on this team. I can see her smiling out there. Delaney with the kick.
Just waved away.
But look, there it is, the final hooter for the 2025 Queensland Murri Carnival. The book is closed on this one, and this is where it ends. The CQ Murri Binders defeat Mungindi Panthers, who for the last 2 years have earned themselves the premierships, 30 points to 14.
Yeah, they were, winning that semi-final, I think, took a lot out of them. They were down on a couple of players as well, but take nothing away from them. They came out here, they gave it their all, but just CQ Murri Binders, just too good today, too strong. That forward pack is just amazing. And, like I've always said, you win the middle third, you win the game.
So it makes me emotional, this one, Bo. Like for the last few years, we've seen obviously Brisbane natives very dominant, and of course Mungindi Panthers. It's been many years since we have seen a new team come into the fold and go all the way to the top and win the premiership and be crowned Murri Carnival Queens of 2025. And you know what? I think this is just testament to how much the women's game has expanded and how much talent there is outside of our major cities and suburbs. Like, we should be looking to central Queensland, places like Rockhampton, Emu Park, of course Yeppoon as well, Townsville. There is so much talent in North Queensland.
And we haven't even touched on far North Queensland just yet.
We haven't even started on the Bummers and Islanders. But, I take my hat off to all women on the pitch right now. Obviously, congratulations to our premiers, but the Mungindi Panthers, I take my hat off to them as well. They have had an incredibly difficult draw from the beginning. They've played 5 really tough games before even making it to the grand final. But you know what? This is definitely not the last we've seen of them. But Eddie Monet, you're out there with, I'm fangirling up here with Mara. How's she feeling? Please pass on the congratulations.
The girls up there are saying that they're your biggest fans, and they want to know how you're going. That was a fantastic congratulations grand final win. How do you feel after that?
Oh, emotional after that. We've come in this weekend level-headed and humble. I'm just here for the experience. So, that was an emotional win, and just proud of my girls that, backed each other and backed ourselves with that,
What does this mean to you and your family and all the mob back up home?
That there is talent up in the North Queensland, up in Townsville there, and up in the Straits. So, definitely, every girl up there and every male up there should come down and, have a go at Murri Carnival. But, there's heaps of talent up there, for sure.
All we want to say is that you're an exceptional player. Some of the hits that you played out there, you left it on the paddock. Is there one thing that you want to say about today's game that you want to leave here before we'll come in next year?
Just condolences to the family and all that that have lost a loved one. It's been an emotional one today, and just super proud of everyone, and big thanks to my mum up there. I know she's watching from Townsville, wasn't able to be down here, but no. Big thanks to my 2 sisters, baby sisters coming down too, young and experienced as well. So, just proud of everyone, and want to give thanks to the Field family, from Rocky, Emu Parkways, for giving us this opportunity as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Bub. Congratulations. Go and enjoy it with your team.
Thanks for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie and Bo. Congratulations indeed.
She's a sweetheart, and big shout out to her mum up there. You know, 3 amazing daughters on the field today. She's got to be so proud.
She'll be going to the Mad Cow tonight in Townsville to celebrate, or the Bank. I'm not sure which one it is anymore, but oh look, we've got a showreel of Deadly Choices replay. We were just talking about them, but here it is on display. The Mara sisters, a combination for the ages.
Yeah, 100%. They were phenomenal with that forward pack. They really took them forward. Their defense was probably even better than what their attack was, and just, you know, being able to bring, you know, girls from all different parts of Queensland together is just something that you don't get to see often, and they're a long way from each other. But yeah, massive congrats to Jace Field, and you know, he's got a good bunch of young girls there, so I definitely think they'll come back to him in the years to come.
As they should as well. This is just the beginning for both teams. They've got 2 premierships, Mungindi Panthers, and of course now the CQ Murri Binders have won. But here it is. This is where Lions really started to show, and they've got a lot to take away from this. The Mungindi Panthers do. They have just been exceptional across the park, which just tells you how good the CQ Murri Binders are.
Yeah, and like I said, love watching this young woman, Daisy Gordon, play. As I've said, she's one of my favourite players. She's just so composed, so poised, and just so classy with everything she does. You know, she doesn't let things bother her. She just gets up and goes again. So, yeah, massive shout out to Mungindi Panthers for even being here again. You know, they are missing a couple of players, but take nothing away from those CQ Murri Binders. They were so deadly today, and it just fills my heart, fills my cup to see the amount of talent that we have within the women's game. And you know, if I was in RLW, look, I'd be looking to these girls, because this is your future.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and what a beautiful note to leave it on. This is absolutely the future. There are so many talented black women out there. Of course, congratulations to the CQ Murri Binders, who are about to be crowned premiers. But don't go anywhere. We have presentations, and of course, at 2:40 p.m, the men's grand final between Sherbrooke Hornets and Darkies Connection will be kicking off.